Hey everyone, Steve High Roller Watkins here. Just crossed the state line from Tennessee into Virginia, and I think I'm just a few miles from Bristol Motor Speedway and exactly 54 miles from the Appalachian Trail. I'm looking forward to stepping on that in a few minutes. I was driving down the road a moment ago and I was thinking about one of my favorite stories from a book that you may remember a book John Eldredge wrote 15 or 20 years ago called Wild at Heart. Great book. And Eldredge tells a story in the book about he and a friend taking an adventure into the wilderness of Alaska. And they were going deep into the wilderness. In fact, they were headed into bear country where, the grizzlies are. And they got about halfway into that trek and they encountered three guys coming out as they got about halfway in. And these three guys were carrying, they looked like they had been in the wilderness for a good bit, looked pretty rough, but they were carrying sawed-off shotguns and I think a rifle or two, and they had those cartridge things strapped across their chest and carrying I think even a machete or two. And Eldredge says, at that point I looked at my partner and then I looked down at my chest, and you know what we had? We were carrying a whistle. And he didn't say that, but it was like, oh, we're in trouble. I think we all, we have this we all have this longing for adventure, and then we get out and we try something and we're a little scared, and we all have this what have I done moment. I've had it myself. If you're considering something like the Camino or the Appalachian Trail, you're going to have that moment, and I'm going to talk about that a lot more tonight in Roanoke, Virginia. 3 or 4 more stops in Virginia and Maryland this week, and I'll be talking about that same message out at 10 locations in San Francisco next week. So looking forward to hitting the Appalachian Trail here in a minute, and then it's on to Roanoke, but I just wanted to share that story. I think I'm going to try that story out on some folks tonight. See you next time. Bye-bye.